Queens, BB here. Today I am going to show you how to do my daily makeup tutorial. So the first thing I did to start with today obviously is I washed my face. And next I'm going to start with a bit of moisturizer. I like to use the Sunsense Moisturizing Face and Neck SPF. This one's got an SPF 50 as well. It is a bit watery and it doesn't affect the stay of my foundation either. Okay, so next up, this little baby from Becca. This is my holy grail eye bag product. And just sort of cover up these gnarly veins up here. See? Pretty crazy. This is the Real Techniques makeup sponge. But this is the Bye Bye Under Eye Full Coverage Anti-Aging Waterproof Concealer from It Cosmetics. This thing blends so well. I'm not kidding you, that's probably going to do my entire eyes and most of my pimples. I'm going to be very surprised if I need much more than that. Okay, so now I'm just going to gently tap on my pimples. I was actually supposed to put this primer on before, but brain fog. So I'm going to chuck a tiny bit on now. This is the Benefit Professional Pearl Primer. This one is oil-free, lightweight, silky, and soft pink. What I've noticed with this one is it doesn't crease, but this little under eye cream, this creases. So now, moving on to the foundations. I like to use Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place. And this one does dry quite quickly and quite tacky. So again, you're going to want to make sure that you're using a wet sponge. This one is about $60. So yeah, it's not fun to buy. It's not a fun process. This one is the Becca Under Eye Highlighter Setting Brightening Powder. So it's kind of like a brightening powder, but it has got a little bit of backflash to it. So you're not going to really want to use it all over your face. And then I've just got a Sigma highlighter cheekbone brush. Just gonna start on my eyes. I like to use the Too Faced Natural Eyes palette. So I just like to use the Heaven, which is the white color here. I just like to put that all over just to give myself just a bit of an all over natural color. I'm gonna use my little Too Faced eyeshadow one here, this glittery pink one. I'm just gonna pop this on the inside of the eyelid here. Next, I'm going to use this angled blending brush. I'm gonna go down here and go with some nude. Down there. And then cross like that, and then we'll blend. I'm going to carry that underneath here. I'm going to go ahead and do the other side. Okay, cool. That's pretty much even. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to move on to my Too Faced Life's Festival palette. I'm going to pop this one away and I'm going to grab this one, which is pretty much the same, just a different brand. This one's a Morphe one. And I'm just going to go in here and grab Euphoric, which is a pink with a lot of gold in it as well. And I'm actually going to drag this color all the way to the middle. I like to just carry it down in through the inside corners here. Now I'm going to switch back to my Too Faced Natural Eyes palette. I'm also going to grab this little Too Faced blending brush, and I'm going to grab Push Up, which is a glittery brown. I'm just going to go sort of on the inside to the middle. I'm going to use Honey Pot, which is gold, and I'm just going to pop that one in the middle. And then I'm going to grab this little liner brush here. I'm going to grab Sexpresso, and I'm actually going to go underneath the top of my lid, right on my lash line, and that's going to build my lash line up to look a lot more thick. Now I'm just going to go in and grab the Cashmere Bunny and the Blending Too Faced one. And I'm just going to go one more in the corners here, and I'll just take it a little bit under as well. And now lastly, I'm just going to grab a little bit of that Silk Teddy Pink and just take that inside and under. Give my eyes a bit of brightness. There you go. That's pretty much my eyes done. Now the eyebrows. This is just a crappy old brush I've had for way too long. Sort of like to brush these middle parts here up. Now I'll go in here and I will just grab some of the Cashmere Bunny. That kind of gives like a bit of a red pigment, so just be warned. I just like to use it just to kind of build up some volume in those areas that are really lacking. See? Now I will grab some of the Sexpresso, which is the darkest one, and then just make sure that you're really blending excess product through the brow and move in the direction of the hairs as well, especially when you get around to this front part. And we'll just blend that color through, really get rid of any excess product that you have in there. And there you go, so much better, hey? Again, I'm going to do the same thing over this side. And there we go. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do some of the powders, and I like to finish with mascara last. So I'm using the Natio pressed powder in Bisque, and this is by far the best powder I've ever used, and it costs about 23 bucks from Chemist Warehouse, which is pretty good. Okay, so then what I'll do is I will just take some of this powder as well and my highlighter brush. Now I'm going to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Aurora Palette Glow Kit, and I'm going to use a combination of Lyria on my cheeks and then Eclipse, and then I'm going to use a little bit of that under my cheeks, on my nose, my forehead here, my cupid's bow and my chin, and then I'm going to go in with some Luna just around my brow bone just to really make that pop. Okay, so now I am going in with the Clarins Bronzing Duo, but because this one's two-toned, I prefer this one on my cheeks, and then I'll use the bronzer by Benefit as a bronzer. So this one I like to use a contour. And I just kind of like to carry it down just through here a little bit, and then I'll do my cheeks again. I've just started using the Dandelion by Benefit. Again, this is the mini one, which I actually think is a perfect size for blush, which I think is about $26, I think, from memory. I like to put a little bit on my nose, and then I'll just go over with my powder brush again. Now I'll do the bronzer. I'm going to use the contouring brush. I'm just going to very gently sort of drag that down my neck. Now I'm just going to go on my chest a little bit and my shoulders and just really make that even. Then I'm going to go in and just do under my eyes really quick just to pack in that bit of powder colour, and this will really just give a last little boost. See, cool. Now we are almost done, and we go in with the mascara. I like to use Benefit Their Real Mascara. And this one, this brush head, it's got little bristles all around the top as well, so it's a really easy one to get underneath and in those little tiny crevices. Cool, so that's pretty much my face done. I'm just going to go grab a little makeup wipe just so I can wipe the product off my lips. And then I will show you the finished look with my hair just to show you and how much of a difference doing your hair makes to your makeup. So after taking off the product, I always like to prime my lips a little bit. So I chuck this on just while I'll style my hair, and then at the very end I'll come in and just whack on some lippy. So yeah, for my lips I'm just going to finish with Rimmel London Oh My Gloss. I don't know what colour it is. I'll find out and I'll put it in the link below, but just a really nice natural pink. And there we are, all done. I hope you enjoyed today's makeup tutorial. Like I said before, I really don't know what I'm doing, so if you've watched this far, thank you for being patient with me. I hope you enjoyed it. Please leave a like down below if you liked it. If you have any suggestions, feedback, comment at all, please feel free to drop them in the comments below. Or like I said before, you can message me. Always reach out on social media. You can ask me any questions when it comes to makeup, any of the content I put up. Also with my entire endo journey, I'm an open book. So if you have any questions, feel free to come at me. If you want me to do more of these, let me know. I've got a heap more colours in this Too Faced palette that I really want to play with, especially this nice teal down here. I really want to do something cool with that. So yeah, I'll probably have a play around with those in the next week. So if you want me to put those ones up as well, let me know. Just want to say as well before I go, thank you so much to all of those who are tuning in every week to watch my videos. I'm pretty nervous about putting myself out there still, but I'm having a lot of fun doing it, and it's really nice getting messages back from you. I'm helping you to be happy and positive and be a bit proactive with your endo journeys as well, because it was definitely something that I needed help with last year, so I hope I can be that person for you.